So I don't know if you've seen those ads for an AI friend, or maybe you've seen those TikToks of people using ChatGPT as a genuine life coach or therapist. I honestly feel grossed out about it. Like, my immediate reaction was just, ew, I thought this is so dystopian. Like, this is literally the movie Her. But then I realized that judging it is a little bit too easy. The issue isn't the technology itself. And I don't want to talk about like the ecological part of it or the privacy stuff, which is a discussion, but for another video. I want to talk about this system that is genuinely pissing me off. And I was thinking about this because I was in my sociology class recently and we were talking about this guy named Bowman. I don't know how to spell his family name. And honestly, what he said kind of explained everything to me. He has this concept called liquid modernity. Basically, he says that back in the day, like think of our grandparents, society was solid. You had a solid structure. Religion, the village, the family unit, the traditions. You had a reputation to uphold. Don't get me wrong, it wasn't perfect. If you didn't fit the mold, you were crushed or redeemed bad. You were expected to marry, buy a house, and stay in the same job till you die. But I think there was a safety in it. You knew who you were. You knew where you belonged. There were this kind of unbreakable bound. But now, Woman says we live in a liquid world. Everything is constantly changing, flowing, melting. We don't have those solid structures anymore. And the scariest part is how it affects our relationship. Bowman distinguishes between a relationship and a connection. A relationship is solid. It is messy, it requires work, it requires commitment. You fight, you make up, you deal with the awkward silence. You can't just walk away because things get uncomfortable. A connection, which is what we have now with social media, is literally the definition of liquid. It's designed to be easy. You connect, and if the vibe is off, you disconnect. You unfollow, you ghost, you swipe left. It's efficient, sure, but this freedom comes at a huge cost. Deep and terrifying loneliness. We are trading the security of belonging for the freedom of being alone. And that is exactly why AI Friend is so appealing. An AI is the ultimate liquid relationship. It never disagrees with you. It never has a bad day. It never judges you. And most importantly, you can turn it off when you're bored. So we have this massive void in our community where religion and structures and solidity used to be. And because we are human, we need to fill this void with something. So my theory is that we are replacing that with money. I feel like the new religion is just capitalism. And I know I don't want to be one of those videos who make videos about capitalism because I know I'm kind of doing it, but bear with me. I think the more money you have, the more virtuous or the more saint you are. In the old days, the saint was the person with the most faith, and so the most respectable in a way. Now, the saint is the person who is on the Forbes list 30 under 30. And I know saying capitalism is bad is a cliche, but whether you agree with his politics or not, Karl Marx had this interesting metaphor. He described this system as a vampire. It sucks the life out of you. It sucks your time, which is the only resource you cannot get back. And I don't want to butcher his name, but Boying Chuhan, who takes it even further, and he says that we are oppressed by ourselves. We have internalized the boss. We tell ourselves, I need to grind, I need to be productive, I need to wake up at 5 a.m. We voluntarily sell our time and our soul for this illusion of freedom. And it is an illusion, isn't it? Because you think you're independent. You see your car, you see your apartment, but is it yours? You only really have them on the weekends. And the rest of the time, you are chained to that work that you are doing every day. And if you stop working, let's say for a month, you lose everything. This is the trap of the grind. We are working ourselves to death, sacrificing our actual youth and energy just to accumulate enough money to eventually stop working. It's absurd. I feel like I'm saying all of this like I'm all above it, but I'm also trying to figure that out. Because I think deep down, I kind of still love this system, which I think I'm addicted to it. There is a part of me that is terrified that if I don't make money, if I don't have that status, then I'm nothing. It's like brainwashing that goes so deep that I can't scrub it out even if I say it out loud. And letting go of that validation is genuinely scary to me. So if you feel that too, you are not alone. It's hard to deprogram yourself from a religion that you literally are raised in. But I do think there is another way. Recently, I saw this documentary called 100 Secrets of the Luzon, something like that, where the author, Dan something, I don't know. Again, I'm so bad at names, so I hope I don't butcher anyone's name. He explores 5 regions with a high concentration of centenarians. The series talk about the longevity of this area and how they're all relating on the same thing. Is that they all feel a sense of pure, unaltered happiness. But yeah, like as I was saying, there was this concept called Ikigai. You probably seen the Venn diagram on Pinterest. It's what you love, what the world needs, what you can get paid for, and what is in the middle is your life's mission. But that isn't actually westernized version of it. Also, the capitalist version of it. The real original Japanese concept of the Ikigai is much simpler. It's just the reason you get up in the morning. It doesn't have to be a career. It doesn't have to make money. Your Ikigai can be walking your dog. It can be like helping people. It's about finding value in act of living itself, not the outcome of it. Maybe this video is stupid to you. Maybe you already know all that I said. But if you're watching this, I just want to pause and don't let the algorithms or the hustle culture tell you that your life is a problem that needs to be optimized. Your life is worth more than your productivity. Try to find your Ikigai, and maybe it has nothing to do with a job or money. And please, socialize. I know it's easy to talk to an AI. I know people are scary. I know they can judge you. But fight the urge to retreat. Talk to a stranger, even if it's awkward. Awkwardness is the point. That proves that it's real. And by the way, I was talking to my friend today about this video that I was about to make here in Brussels, and she thinks that this is really American. She is not seeing a lot of hustle culture because she's having a French algorithm, and here in Belgium and in Europe in general, it's okay to work a certain amount then resting. The mentality isn't about working more to get more, but working enough to get more life, if that makes sense. Anyways, thank you so much for listening. This was kind of messy. I am trying to post once a week, which is hard because thinking is not my strength. So I think I'm gonna go more to one video every 2 weeks so I can really take time in between videos to breathe and refresh my mind. But anyway, thank you for watching, thank you for supporting me, and yeah, see you on the next video. Love you.